Welcome back to another drop shipping video presented to you by Doba. Today is talking all about filing your taxes for drop shippers. Now, I will say, as always on this topic, to please always refer to your trusted tax professional and accountant regarding your specific business, your specific situation. The goal of this video is to serve as an overall general overview to give you some ideas of where you should be focusing and a starting point, because for many of us, this could be our first year filing coming up here in 2026 as a business owner. And so I want to share some general information and wisdom with you, but always remember that it's important to go to your trusted professional for your own specifics and before taking care of your taxes. So why does this matter? Arguably, as a business owner, talking about taxes is one of the most uncomfortable and the least fun parts of having a business, but it's arguably one of the most important things. Tax season can feel like the least exciting part of running your business, but also really drain you. But here's the truth. Understanding how to file your taxes correctly isn't just about avoiding fees and penalties. It's about protecting your profits and also setting up your business for long-term success. So it's important to not try to go at this on your own. In today's video, we'll break down exactly how to file your taxes as a dropshipper, what records you need, what to deduct, and how to make life easier with tools like Doba to keep your business organized all year long. So understanding how your dropshipping income is taxed. Oftentimes, you might not realize the truth about this, but first, let's dig into the basics. As a dropshipper, you earn income through drop shipping. Whether you sell through things like Shopify, Amazon, Etsy, or your own website, you're considered a self-employed business owner in the eyes of the IRS. That means two types of taxes exist: income tax on your net profit, and then also self-employment tax, which covers things like Social Security and Medicare contributions. It doesn't matter if you're using Doba to source your products or even another website or supplier, you are responsible for reporting all income from your store, even if you never physically touch the products. So of course, as we know, revenue minus expenses equals your profit. So things like understanding everything that you've purchased thus far for your business is going to be huge, but we're going to be jumping into that shortly. It's important that even if you haven't done it already, going forward, you set your business up in the right way. Before tax time hits, you'll want to make sure your business is set up properly. So take notes on this. Most drop shippers start as sole proprietors, but as you grow, forming an LLC can give you more flexibility while also helping to protect your personal assets. So something that you'll want to do is apply for an EIN, which is an employer identification number from the IRS. It's free and keeps your personal Social Security number off of business forms. You'll also want to open a separate business bank account if you haven't already to keep track of your income and expenses. This setup makes tax filing cleaner, and Doba users find it easier to track supplier invoices and cost of goods when everything runs through one business bank account. So if you're someone who's doing everything in your personal account and maybe commingling finances with your W-2 job, you're going to want to keep that separate. And this is where so many new drop shippers get overwhelmed. But the good news, if you stay consistent, tax time becomes a lot less stressful. So some of the things we also want to consider are all sales, all revenue, the cost of goods, let's say platform fees, your advertising and marketing spend, shipping, software subscriptions, any other tools you use, internet, office supplies, and home office expenses, and even things like education or coaching related to business growth. Those are all expenses you want to make sure that you're keeping track of throughout the year. When you're using Doba, your order history and supplier receipts are already stored in your account, which makes recording and reporting super easy and straightforward, because having tools to help you keep track of your income and expenses makes life so much easier when it comes time to file your taxes. So let's look at deductions. Remember, talk to your professional about specifics for your business, but this is where you can legally reduce your tax bill. Many new sellers forget the common write-offs, like some of the things that I talked about, your home office deductions. If you run your store from your home, talk to your tax professional about that. Internet and software tools like Doba, email marketing apps, design tools, etc. Your education and training, online courses, coaching, conferences that you might go to, content creation equipment, cameras, lighting, microphones, even your transaction fees. Payment processors take their cut. This is also deductible because you need to do it as a business owner. Every dollar you spend running your business counts. Keeping clean records inside your Doba dashboard and on your accounting software that you use outside of it helps justify every deduction. So when you bring materials to either the tax software that you use or your tax professional, everything is clean and organized. Now let's talk about sales tax for dropshippers, the tricky part. Always refer to the specifics of your state or country for the nitty-gritty on this. One of the most confusing parts can be sales tax. When you're drop shipping, you usually don't collect sales tax on the wholesale orders that you place with suppliers like Doba, but you do need to collect and remit sales tax on sales made to customers in states where you have to collect it. Remember, every state's going to be different. So some of the things you want to think about is if your store inventory has a US warehouse, you have nexus there. If your sales exceed a certain threshold in a given state, you may have economic nexus. Many platforms like Shopify and Amazon automatically calculate and collect sales tax for you, but you're still responsible for filing the return and sending that to the state in which your business operates. If you use Doba, remember, since products ship directly from our suppliers, you're typically purchasing them tax exempt for resale. You'll just need to provide your reseller certificate or tax ID to make sure that you're doing all of this stuff properly. Once you've tracked everything, your income and expenses, you have everything down on your reports, it's time to file. Here's how to do it efficiently. Remember, it's important to find the way that works the best for you and your specific business needs. Step 1, you're going to add up all of your income from your sales channels. You're going to subtract all business expenses that we calculated. You'll report the result, your net profit, on your Schedule C if you're a sole proprietor, or your business tax return if you're an LLC or an S Corp. Don't forget your self-employment tax via Schedule E. If you expect to owe over $1,000, I recommend making quarterly estimated payments to avoid penalties. Pro tip, consider using a bookkeeper or tax software like QuickBooks throughout the year and sync your Doba invoices for seamless record keeping that make this process go a lot easier and faster. The most common mistakes you're going to want to avoid as we wrap up here is the biggest tax mistakes that we see new drop shippers make go a little something like this. They're mixing personal and business expenses. This is why having that separate bank account is key. Forgetting to track platform fees and ad spend. All of that stuff counts towards your expenses. Not setting aside money for taxes throughout the year. Ignoring sales tax obligations. And of course, waiting until April to start organizing all of this information. Avoiding these pitfalls will save you time, stress, and money, and Doba's built-in order history and invoice management tool helps you stay ahead of the game, even if this is your first go-around in tax season as a dropshipper. Running a dropshipping business doesn't have to mean running from your tax obligations. With Doba, you can simplify your sourcing, stay organized, and keep your business audit ready all year long. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you leave a comment, you save it, you share it with your friends in the industry, and make sure that you subscribe for more information not only on dropshipping, but about running a seamless business online. And remember, when your systems are organized, your profits will follow from there.